Today's interview is with Adrianne Sweeney. Adrianne is the Deputy Director of Athletics and Senior Women Administrator here at UNCW. Adrianne, thank you so much for giving us some time for some questions and answers. Appreciate it. I know you're very busy. So let's get right to it. We've got a lot of information we want to hear from you. So can you give us a background? Today's interview is with Adrianne Sweeney. Adrianne is the Deputy Director of Athletics.
I started my career in athletic training. So I came out of undergraduate with a degree in kinesiology and sat for my exam and became a certified athletic trainer.
Appreciate it.
I practiced in athletic training for 7 years before I moved into a dual role of being a director of sports medicine as well as an associate athletic director. And that's kind of how I got I started my career in athletic training. Portion of my career off of the ground. I've also undergraduate with a degree in kinesiology and academics and compliance. Sat for my exam. So I've became certified athletic trainer of roles, and I practiced in athletic training for 7 years before I moved into a dual role of being a director of sports medicine as well as an associate athletic director, and that's kind of how I got my administration has been adventurous, and it has portion of my career off of the ground. I've also coached college basketball. I've worked in academics and compliance. So I've had the opportunity to work in a variety of roles.
Could you describe your duties
as an administrator and in various other roles? And
yes.
Now I serve as a senior administrator
short answer
here at
or long
UNCW.
answer?
I'll give you both.
Okay.
I actually oversee roughly 50 of our employees here in the department, and I oversee 14 of our 18 sports programs. I oversee the academics unit, the strength and conditioning unit, the compliance unit, as well as the sports medicine unit. I also am responsible for management process.
Short answer or long answer?
Policies that we have to abide by. I actually oversee roughly planning. It includes Title 50 of our employees here at my department. I oversee another 14 of our 18 sports programs. I came out oversee undergraduate kinesiology and conditioning unit. Sat for my compliance unit as well as trainer. And I practice an overall leadership for 7 management processes. We have moved into a dual role of being a director of sports medicine as well as an associate athletic director, and that's kind of how I got my responsibility administration and other NC2A portion of my career off of the ground. I've also coached college basketball. I've worked in academics and compliance. So I've had the opportunity.
The majority of my time I spend in meetings.
So overall leadership geared toward departments, operational things. Now I serve as a senior administrator meetings, managing relationships across campus, ensuring that we have the proper partnerships in place. My journey has been adventurous, and it has been as well as listening support for other university units. We are all one UNCW, so we do work together. We choose not to operate.
The majority of my time I spend in meetings.
Critically important meetings that are geared toward. So I spend a lot of operational things.
Short answer or long answer?
I'll give managing relationships across. I actually oversee roughly in place 50 of our employees here in the department, as well as 14 of our 18 sports programs. I oversee the academics unit, the strength and conditioning unit, the compliance unit, as well as the sports part of the greater. I also am responsible for a lot of time management and meeting processes, coaches, meetings with
the thing that I like the most is
the opportunity to serve others. I understand that through my service I'm having a positive impact on the responsibility, student athletes, and other NC2A students at large here at UNCW, whether it's to having an impact on my coaches' lives and their experiences. It's just the opportunity to create and manage positive experiences. So overall leadership for others, to see them be successful, to help promote and advocate.
The thing that I like the most is the
opportunity to serve others. Because I understand that through my service I'm having a positive impact on the opportunities that they are successful athletes, and opportunities married, kids, whatever the case may be. Those have an impact on my coaches' lives. Definitely not to aim to five, but in the opportunity where I have to create.
The majority of my time I spend in
meetings, positive meetings that are geared towards see them be successful. Operational things, some of the policy planning meetings. managing relationships across campus, ensuring that we have the proper partnerships in place, and that we are supporting university, married, as well as kids, or whatever the case may be. Those are your proud moments. We are all one unit. Definitely not the 8 to 5, but in the moments where I have to stay in the office, and it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night as well.
I would say probably the most
problematic challenge I've had in my career altogether is coming into an organization, athletes, the current culture of the organization, and athletics as well as those across campus. The ideal culture and trying to motivate and inspire people to adapt behaviors and the values that have to go into place to actually sustain that type of a culture. The culture of an organization is critically important
I would say probably the most
problematic challenge I've had in my career altogether is coming into an organization.
The thing that I like the most is the opportunity to
serve others, trying to create and pay for service, the ideal culture, and trying to have a motivate and inspire. So that can be one of the greatest challenges. Is helping that everyone to understand our coaches' current culture and behaviors, our culture of the organization is critically and managed together, positive, in a shared vision to create one type of culture that we all want to buy in, and advocate process on the front end, though it 10 years down the road, created on paper, but it's established, lives you and says that you have a successful organization. So that can be one of the greatest challenges, if helping the case everyone to understand our current culture, the behaviors that are acceptable, or have not stay in working together 10 or 11 o'clock in a shared vision to create the type of culture that we all serve. Understanding that the work that it takes on the front end, though it may be difficult to get it established, once it is established, it will help sustain. I would definitely have to say it's the current threat to the amateurs. While it's difficult, it's very work. I definitely think there are so many things going on in the country right now with the banning cases and the other cases that are similar to it.
I would say probably the most
problematic challenge I've had in pushing my career all together is coming into an organization. I would definitely say that is culture of the organization, and then trying to identify. After I definitely have to say in higher education, motivate and inspire people to adapt behaviors and the values. I definitely think there are so many things going on in the country right now. Banning cases, banning cases, and the other cases that are similar to it. In a chase for success, all of everyone on the same page to student athletes to buy in, quality of the process, say that culture established, advantage created on paper, but being athletic right now in higher education, because a lot of things that can be one of the greatest challenges. TV deals, and everyone don't understand the educational, our current culture, the behaviors that are acceptable, those that are not acceptable, and then working together in a shared vision to create the type of culture that we student athlete experience. Understanding that the work it takes on the front end, though it may be difficult to establish once what being a student athlete provides you, and not losing sight or organization sight of that education value. So I definitely think it has to very. It's a very interesting dynamic because on so many fronts they are definitely not position for privileged, and it's not special things that they want. We just want accommodations in order for them to fulfill their roles as ambassadors of the university. So it's not a matter of special privileges, it's a matter of definitely has to say it's the current threat to their role as both a student of sport. It's a very interesting dynamic because on so many fronts they have to put definitely many hours every week. Banning cases in the other cases not challenges, some special EAs have all the things that they want. We just want accommodations without the demand of practice as travel and trying to make up. So it's not a matter of special privileges. It's a matter of trying to have a social higher education and balance all those things with all the revenues. And as an athlete, I definitely think an athlete they have to definitely spend many hours every week. Student athletes they're up against the challenge that some students don't have. So they're just being able to serve as ambassadors students without the demands of quality education, travel, and trying to make up university advantage staying in an airport, what being a student, trying to have a social life or a relationship and balance all of those things, all those treated special. I just think that universities make them an athlete, and I definitely think that they are the students, athletes can be the best ambassadors. They are hardworking. We serve students who are committed to their universities and serve as ambassadors of the university. First and foremost as a student, but then also as an athlete, to promote the university and to build its brand and to represent the university at the highest level. So I definitely don't think that they are privileged and treated special. I just think that universities.
It's a very interesting dynamic because on so many fronts they are definitely
can be the best
not
ambassadors that they can possibly
privileged, so that
it's
it's not
special treatment,
special
things
that they want. We just want accommodations in order for them to fulfill their roles as ambassadors of the university. So it's not a matter of special privileges; it's a matter of the necessary accommodations for them to fulfill their role.
I would say if you would have asked me that question a year ago, I could have given you the straight answer.
They have
because
to
the governance structure
many hours
so much
every
change over the last
they're
year,
up
and
against
still
a challenge
through a
that some
series
general
of changes.
students
Don't
don't
have
have
just being
being
able
able
to
to
enjoy being a
Power 5
student
without the
demands
to
of
basically
practice,
make
travel,
many of their own rules apply only to
their
the airport.
The rest of
Or
us
trying to have a social life or a relationship and balance.
I would say if you would have asked
the
the
governance
question
structure
a year ago, I could have given you a straight answer. Because governed pretty much by the membership. There's been somewhat of a shift of control being series of presidents of university rules that have with that representation now going back to not only to basically make many of their own also have apply only various committees that are made up now of senior women that definitely don't think that they are made up of faculty athletic. The governance structure is basically universities even made up of student athletes governed pretty much by the membership. New governance structure. There's been somewhat of a shift of control being student athlete representation of the university athletes boys with that representation now going back the highest level of presidential representation. We're getting to a governance structure now. Various committees that are made up now of senior women that allows everyone to have a say in what goes on, or to have some sense of directors, even made up of student athlete intercollegiate. And I think that this new governance structure again, it is a moving, dynamic student athlete representation structure right now. I don't think we've seen the last of the changes with the highest level of the ad hoc committees that support. We're getting to a governance legislative that has inclusive voice in the information that allows everyone to have a say in what goes on. Just how I would
have
say if
some
you would ask me that question a year ago, I could have given you a straight answer because the governance again, it has so much change dynamic over the last year in the structure right now. I don't think we've seen the autonomy changes that have been changed in Power 5 ad hoc committees that support to basically make many of their own legislative apply only to the information that I provide. The rest of us have in our class, I think you'll get a glimpse of 2 and 3 years just how much it has actually changed. The governance structure is basically the current structure. It is meant to govern pretty much by the membership. There's been somewhat of a shift of control being with presidents of the university. I would like to say that I'm with that representation now going back to not only presidential representation, fair shake, but also having various committees that are made up now of senior women administrators, 2-3 years made up of faculty athletics representatives, made up of athletic directors, even made up of student athletes. And I think that this new governance structure is the first structure where you actually have student athlete representation and a student athlete's voice at the table with the highest level of the board.
Again, Adrianne, thank you so much
that
for your
we're
time.
Getting to a governance structure now that has an inclusive voice
that
that allows everyone to have a say in what goes on, or to have some sense of an influence of what goes on in intercollegiate athletics. Again, it is a moving, dynamic structure right now. I don't think we've seen the last of the changes. They continue to create ad hoc committees that support, other legislative boards. But in the information that I provided for you to share with the class, I think you'll get a glimpse of just how much it has actually changed from the old structure to the current structure. It is meant to be a process where the membership has an influence on how intercollegiate athletics operates under the NC2A. I would like to say that I'm very hopeful that will continue to be the process, and that we will have a fair shake at what we look like in the future. Although I do think that we're going to look very different 2-3 years down the road. Intercollegiate athletics can be different as anything we've ever seen it be before. So I'm hopeful that those who are in charge and influence this process will keep at heart the student athlete experience and the value of an education as we make decisions about the future of intercollegiate athletics.
Excellent. Again, Adrianne, thank you so much for your time. The very thought-provoking comments that you made, and I'm thinking we may come back to you with some additional questions.
Thank you.